This is the second position from Francois Tardieu's Backgammon Strategic Concepts book. Let's look at the position. This is the second position in the book. We are blue. We rolled a 6-1. These are the three possibilities I chose to look at. Look at the features of the board, where the checkers are, both ours and our opponents. See which move you think is the best. Let's look at the first, and we'll look at each one of these pros and cons. 22-15 gets our back checker moving, reducing contact, less contact for the white, less chances for the white to hit us. Also getting closer to running this guy to safety. We were on the 22, which is a point that white would like to hit and cover. So we're getting off that homeboard point for white into an outfield point for white. We still are leaving a blot, but now white has less hitting rolls. Any three, white hits us, or 11, 6-5, 5-6. Ending result looks like this for running the back checker out to the 15. Second option was to make the bar point 13-7 to 8-7. It's a good point to have. That's good. That's positive. But on the negative side, it fails to get this back guy moving on the 22. It also strips the 8 point. After the roll, it looks like this. The back checker's still back here. The 8 point is stripped. We do have the bar point though. Third option, moving the back checker of ours to 16, stopping there, and then slotting the 5, hoping to get it later. Looking like this. Gets your back checker moving, which is a good thing, especially when we're leading the race by 27 now. Unstacks the 6 point, but leaves a blot on the 5. Looking like this. Let's recap. Here's the best roll, which is the first one, 22-15. Does three good things. Reduces our contact, reduces the chance of us getting hit by moving up to the 15. Can only get hit now by 3s and 11s. 6-5, 5-6. Gets off this valuable checker for a point for white, 22, which white would like to hit and then maybe cover later. Gets out to here. White's not going to want to keep that point really. He'd rather have the 22 than the 15. So he'd rather hit us here on the 22. Those three things, getting the checker moving, less hitting moves for white, and a less valuable point, less contact, make this the best roll, best move to make. The 13-7, 8-7, making the bar point, does get a good point. The bar point is 7, but it strips our 8 point and leaves our guy back here on the 22. That's why it's not the best roll. And the last option was moving our back checker from the 22 to the 16, stopping there, slotting the 5. That's good that we're getting this back guy moving, but this extra risk of slotting the 5 would be nice if we can get that. But we got two things going on now. We got a save to this guy in the 16 after this roll. Hope we don't get hit here. And now we have this other blot on the 5. So we don't want to get hit. Our goal is to get this guy safely home. Not we're ahead of the race. We don't want to get another second checker back. So that's why it's not a good idea to slot. We need to remember is when we're ahead of the race, we need to seek to break contact, run our back checker out to safety, don't get hit. avoid getting hit and avoid leaving blots if we can when we want to maintain our race advantage.